Okay, I'm making this video for the guy who asked a question about pairing Roland Fantom Zero with Fruity Loops, right? FL Studio. Okay, so I got these windows open so you can see. But first, I'll show you on the keyboard what you need to have done. So you need to be in menu. So if you can see this, because I'm using my cell phone, I ain't making no professional video about this. But all right, so and then from there, if I can see, let me see, I'm kind of in the way. All right. So in here, once you go to menu, and from menu, you need to scroll down to USB. All right, so if you can see that, let me back up a little bit to USB. So if you're on USB, right here, you need to make sure that the top selection, it says USB mix parallel. You need to make sure it's on parallel, because parallel is going to run all 16 channels across the USB cable, right? In layman's terms, or to simplify it. And everything else just remain the same. You don't have to do anything else with that, right? And in MIDI, you need to know the MIDI device channel, which is 17. You can change it if you want, but I'm not messing with that. Only 17. Everything else, and for me, what I did was on transmit, I turned off any program changes, right? So it doesn't, what that'll do, so if you leave it on, when you switch channels here and Fruity Loops, it'll jump around on the channels that you have here. What you don't want to do is, because it's kind of like a little bit annoying when you do that, right? All right, so that's what you need to know here. Output, main out. You need to have the USB cable running into the PC, right? So here I used to have a, what is this called? Focusrite. And when I originally connected to the Focusrite, it was doing wonkiness, a latency, all kind of craziness, right? So I took that off, took that out the equation, ran it directly into the computer, better results. All right, so you have to make sure that you have the USB driver connected properly, right? Windows 11 is different than Windows 10, but it still should find the driver and install it. All right, so if you have luck with that, bad luck with that, then do a little research. I'm sure you can Google the answer. It took me a little while to find it out, but it's been a while. I got this thing when it first came out the first day, and I don't know where the file is, but I found some type of driver installation for Roland drivers, and I ran it. Then that's when I got better luck with the driver. Your computer may be different than mine. This is a brand new computer I bought for Christmas, and it's a HP. So, all right, making this a little bit long. All right, so you have to make sure here, go to the sound settings, make sure the driver shows up. It'll show up like 8, Fantom, 6, 7, and 8, right? So it'll show that. You can choose sub out, main out. Right, I have mine connected to main out, but sub out on like when it's using the system sounds. But this is what you want to see, right? And down here, you want to make sure the inputs, you want to see all of those to appear. It's going to be channels 1 through 16. So, all right, now in Fruity Loops, FL Studio, what you want to know here, when you're in the MIDI settings, when you're in MIDI, then you want to make sure that you see the driver appear on your MIDI settings here. You see it. It's just like over in the Windows settings. You will see it. All right. So then you want to make sure that here on the port is set to 17. Leave it as generic, because there's no controller here under the controller type in Fruity Loops that Roland or FL Studio Image Line worked in conjunction together to allow us to have that easy click button function without having to do a lot of stuff, right? So, all right, so that's looking good. Audio. Make sure that you select the device as the Fantom. Okay? The device as the Fantom. You don't have to do anything else with the CPU, any of that other stuff. So it should look good like that. Everything's the same. Again, make sure it's set to 17. The driver shows up in audio. Make sure you select device Fantom. Now, in Fruity Loops, so here's the part that you want to know to make them pair perfectly. Now, if you notice right here, it says MIDI out. The channel says MIDI out up there. So what you do is, this will appear, but to find that, you go here, and then you find MIDI out, right? And then you select it. It'll open up one of these little boxes right here. And you select the channel. You got 1 through 16. You set the port to 17 so it can communicate. And this is how Fruity Loops is going to tell the Fantom what sounds to play back and vice versa, right? For what channel. So you can go and set up 16 if you want to. As long as it's on set channel 17, you can go, port 17, channel 1 through 16. You can set that up as a default if that's how you want to operate it. Me, I just take it one step at a time whenever I feel like making music with it. All right, so what you'll see here in the channel strip right here, this is important. You have to make sure that you select right here in this box, if you're looking right here, the black box, you select which channel. You have 1 through 16. The top is going to make it stereo. The bottom is mono. So stereo is preferable. This is what you want to use because the Fantom is going to come out. It's going to project a stereo image if you select one of these 16 at the top. So, for instance, I'll do it here. Then yes. All right. And then what you want to see, and there's another thing you have to know about. It has to be in song mode. So it has to be in song mode, right? Not pattern. It doesn't work with patterns. It'll freeze. Well, not freeze your computer, but the program will only run not even the bar. It'll just go boom, and that's it. So you want to make sure it's in song mode. Go to song, right? And here you can just stretch out whatever you want, you know, like an empty pattern to however many bars you want to accommodate here, right? And then make sure it's in song mode. So when you go record, you tell Fruity Loops you want to do audio only. So I did not click don't ask me this again because I want to be able to choose if I want MIDI notes, automation, or audio only, right? When I'm doing this, just in case you make mistakes, you don't have a whole bunch of tracks all jumbled up in here. You don't want that. You want to keep it nice and clean. All right, so we're going to select audio, and then it's going to start. All right, so I messed that up right here. It may not. Oh, it's not coming out because I had muted, right? Because I already used it. Because I already done this. I set this up already. So I'll turn it off here, and then I'll press it again, and you'll see it record. Wow, I screwed that up big time. Shit, I'm gonna have to pause this. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So you have to make sure that you choose the right channel. So I got it on 6. So the sound that's coming out is on 6. So you have to make sure in the mixer channel strip it's on 6, not 1, right? For me, in my case, it's number 6. So if I go here and record, you should see a wave file. and the wave file appeared. That's it. Simple as that. I know I jumbled and messed this video up, but this is not professional video. No editing. Just did it to answer a question. So yeah. And this is what I made out of it. If you want to hear it, turn that off. Alright guys, so I hope that explains it. The video is long as crap. It shouldn't have been this long. Short, I might edit it, I don't know. But that's the video. This is how you do it. It's a match made in heaven. This is a very good piece of machinery right here. And just to let you know, I'm not new with the Roland Fantom line. Now, I've had this one since it first came out, right? And right now, this bad boy, this is the best sampler, has the best sampler on it. If you want a time stretch and all that other good stuff, this is the one you need, right? Perfect. This is a very good piece of machinery. But right now on this one, the power button is broken and I hadn't gotten it fixed. So I've been having this thing for like 20 years almost. And I just hadn't got around. So it's not even 20 years. I would say it's like 18 years rather. So it's not fixed. But I will get it fixed. I have plans to do it. Just haven't done it. Being lazy. Don't want to bring it to the shop. All right. So, yeah. Very good piece of machinery. There's other things you need to know about it right here. But there's videos out. All you have to do is watch the videos on the Roland Fantom X, whichever one it is. Not X, but Roland Fantom 6, 7, 8. Whichever one of those are the newest videos from 2 years ago. They'll explain how these buttons right here function as far as what you need to know about them. But outside of that, it's a good piece of machinery. This right here, this is a paperweight. This was a cash grab, not to knock Akai because I love Akai. I had an MPC XL many years ago, but this one right here is a cash grab. So they could have so I think it was a cash grab so they can make the Akai X or whatever that thing is, the red one with the black big screen on it. This was a cash grab to do that. And it's a shame that they use Culture Vulture tactics to get it done. That's how they sold me. But anyway, enough said. It's cool. You guys have a good day.